It would hit the ocean, creating a water dome 900 meters tall, taller than the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. After that, the dome would turn into a wave about 600 meters high, rushing west at speeds up to 720 kilometers an hour, like a jet aircraft. Huge tsunamis would hit the western shores of the Canary Islands, and smaller 50 to 100 meter waves would impact the African west coast. Meanwhile, a solid wave 500 kilometers across would move west across the Atlantic towards America. Since the Canary Islands took most of the tsunami's force, Spain and England would face smaller waves between 5 and 7 meters. After about 9 hours, the first part of the wave would hit the Americas. While it would lose size over the journey, 10-meter waves would hit the coast of Newfoundland in Canada. Larger 15 to 20-meter waves would impact the northern coast of South America from Brazil to Venezuela. Unfortunately, Florida would bear the brunt of the tsunami's power, with 20 to 25-meter waves crashing across the east coast and causing severe damage to cities like Miami and Jacksonville. These waves would be about the same size as the waves during the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami in Indonesia. Similar waves between 10 to 25 meters would crash across the rest of the U.S. East Coast, potentially damaging cities like Charleston, New York, and Boston. While this might sound frightening, it's crucial to approach this with caution. This is a worst-case scenario based on scientific paper that has received some criticism from other scientists for sounding too alarming. Megatsunamis from volcanic collapses like this seem to happen over geological timescales, and evidence suggests it has occurred dozens of times in the Atlantic alone over the past million years. New Jersey's Medio Tsunami. It actually happened that in June of 2023, the Northeast was hit by a big storm. At first, this wasn't considered a huge deal according to the National Weather Service. It was classified as a low-end storm. But what happened afterward was kind of strange. It caused 6-foot waves and more than 30 tidal gauges along the East Coast, making it seem like a tsunami. But it turns out it wasn't exactly a tsunami, according to Paul Whitmore, who works at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Center for Tsunami Research. It was more like a medio tsunami. This means it wasn't caused by earthquakes, but by the weather itself. The storm in the Northeast might have messed with the air pressure just enough to create waves that act like tsunamis. They're still figuring out exactly why it happened. Some experts think it could be because of the strong storm, while others suggest it might have something to do with the continental shelf east of New Jersey shifting. Even though it looked a lot like a tsunami, the way the water moved in Rhode Island didn't match what happens in a regular storm surge. It's still a bit of a mystery. Despite the potential risk, it appears that the only town in New Jersey with a tsunami plan in place is Manasquan. They've even gone so far as to publish an evacuation plan for potential floods. However, there seems to be some issues with their alerting system. In August 2020, when severe weather was expected in Manasquan, a warning siren malfunctioned one morning, falsely triggering a tsunami alert. Imagine the fear and confusion for the people and residents. They must have been quite scared.